Hello, I'm Stevie Pole. I'm going to show you how to make my super speedy roast lamb with cinnamon squash, raw salad and yogurt. I think people often think that roast lamb takes ages to make, but I'm going to show you a few tricks that mean it's ready in less than an hour. Okay, so the first thing we have to do for this recipe is make a spice mix. So you need 2 cloves of garlic, a pinch of salt, and you just crush the garlic. I always use a pestle and mortar for garlic and spices and stuff. I'm going to start adding the spices. A teaspoon of allspice, black pepper, cumin, mild smoked paprika, and then we'll mix that up. So we've got all those spices in there, it's smelling fantastic. I'm going to add a few tablespoons of olive oil. Give that a good mix, and we've got this lovely aromatic, delicious spice mix. So this is half a leg of lamb, it's about 1 kilo. And when we're talking about roasting stuff really quickly, it's really important that nothing is too thick, so everything is quite even. So I get the lamb, get a nice sharp knife, and just cut through any parts of the lamb that are really, really thick. And that's going to allow us to cook this incredibly quickly. So then I just get the spices, really rubbing this into the lamb. So I'm just going to season the lamb just before I put it in the frying pan. So I've got a nice big hot frying pan here. Just going to put a little bit of olive oil, it doesn't need a lot. And then just carefully lay this lamb down. Already it smells fantastic. So this has been frying away for 3 or 4 minutes. So what we've got is this lovely brown, all those spices have toasted, all those different flavors are coming out. So I'm just gonna add a bit of water just into the bottom of the pan so that when it's going in the oven, it sort of makes a bit of a sauce of its own and it doesn't burn all the way around the edge. I've got a nice big frying pan with a metal handle that can go straight in the oven. If you haven't got a kind of frying pan that you can do that with, just put it in a baking tray, but maybe get that baking tray hot already, just so it's all super fast. So it's just gonna go in the oven now. I've preheated the oven to 220, although the hotter the better, it'll just make it even faster. It'll take about half an hour, but I'll check it after 20 minutes. So the lamb's in the oven. I'm gonna show you how to make my warm cinnamon squash. First of all, you have to peel the squash. Then cut it down the middle, take the seeds out, and then slice it thinly. Somewhere between 1 centimeter and ½ centimeter would be great. It's important to slice it thinly, take a little bit of time cutting it, because then it'll cook really fast. And then you put all that in a pan with a cinnamon stick, some salt, some olive oil, about 100 mils of water so it steams nicely. And then you put the lid on and let it cook for 10 or 15 minutes till it's completely soft. If it's still got a bit of liquid and it looks a little bit soupy, put it back on the heat with the lid off and just let that liquid boil. Then just roughly mix it, mash it up, make sure it tastes really fantastic. So, lamb's ready, squash is ready. I've made this delicious salad with thinly sliced red cabbage, white cabbage, mint, parsley, pomegranate seeds, a little bit of fresh chili. That's really gonna lighten everything up. You know that pestle and mortar full of spices and garlic and stuff? Well, I didn't throw it away. I just chucked in some yogurt and it's made a delicious fresh sauce. So there you have it, my super speedy roast lamb. For more inspiration, head over to tesco.com/real food. And if you'd like to see more roast recipes, hit the subscribe button.